Hey guys, my name is Asad Siddiqui. I'm the owner and developer at iDesignSmart.com. And today I'm very excited to bring to you this video about Avada 6.0. As you might have known already, that I have created a lot of content around Fusion Builder and Avada because I happen to love this theme and a lot of my clients or customers want to use it. So I like to talk about it, and I also want to give you guys a tutorial, or like there are a lot of feedback that I get. So I like to address those issues every now and then by creating a video about e-commerce and like other themes as well. But mainly I'm focused on providing content for Avada. So what is special about the 6.0 release? The really special feature about the 6.0 release, it's called Avada Live, is the visual inline editing. So now Fusion Builder, you can do an inline edit, and in this video I will show you how you can quickly insert some sample content on your pages. And if you'd like a quick and dirty fix for your site and you want to get quickly up and running, you can just go ahead, import some sample content, and I will show you how you can quickly edit that. And we'll also discuss some of the tips and the tricks to do that. Very important, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that, because there will be a lot more content about the visual editing that I have planned, and that will be coming up really soon. So this video will keep it short, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. So what I've done here is installed Avada 6.0.1. So 6.0.1 just got released. That is the version that I have here. And I registered this theme. And right now, if I just open the site in a separate tab, what you will see is the plain Avada installation. It just has the logo and the blog, and you can see that it's a default WordPress installation without anything. I did install the Fusion Core and the Fusion Builder, and I believe the Revolution slider as well. So I've activated these three plugins, and that's pretty much all that we have done. So getting started, I do have some videos on my channel that will show you how to set up the theme and register it and install demo content, but things keep changing, so it's always good to have a refresher. So first thing that we'll do is to import some sample content, and to do that we want to go to this Avada and demos. You can also click on this tab to get there. And once you go there, you will see a bunch of sample imports that they give you with the theme. So everything is free of cost once you have licensed, you have purchased a license from the theme. So we can pick and choose any one of them. If you want to preview them, you can click like that, and it will open the preview. As you can see, like this one is on the Theme Fusion website. So like once you like a demo and you think that this is the demo that I want to go with, and I can edit it and I can make it work for my business. So that is how you will select it. You can just go there and preview it and look at the elements, look at the header styles, look at the scrolling pictures, look at where the content is, and then you can decide what kind of sample layout you want to use with your content. So for our demo purposes, we'll just go with the crypto one, the cryptocurrency. So we'll just go ahead and import that. So I'll click on the import, and it says it needs contact form 7, which is active, Fusion Core plugin, which is active, and Fusion Builders, which is active. If they were not active, then it'll give me an option to install or activate it, which you can click right here. And you can also select what kind of content you want to import. So I will just select all and click on import. Also, if you are in the okay, so it does give me some warnings, but I do have these covered in my hosting. Very important note about hosting: you must have a good solid hosting if you decide to work with Avada. And I highly recommend SiteGround hosting. The discount link is in the description. Why I like them is their support, which is really responsive. higher WordPress instance configurations, and good servers with solid state drives. So I've never had a problem with SiteGround, and I have no problem recommending them. So we'll just say okay here, and we will continue to import everything. Okay, so looks like everything is, one of the great things about Avada is the sample import, which is really smooth. And once you are done with the import, everything really does come up like the demo. So there are no additional steps that you need to do. And like you can see, I just imported the sample content and I have a beautiful site to work with. So let's jump right into the Fusion Builder Live, and I will show you like how you can quickly make edits and make this work for you, and how you can swap out the images and logo and things like that. So to activate the Fusion Builder Live or be able to edit this page live, what you need to do is to simply click on the Fusion Builder Live icon that you have available from the admin bar. Or you can edit the page and you will see the option for Fusion Builder Live, which I will also show you. So we will do the easy thing and just click on Fusion Builder Live. When you click on Fusion Builder Live, it'll open the page in the Fusion Builder edit view where you can inline visually edit this content in a very smooth way. So the builder pretty much for the most part works like if you have seen my videos about the X theme and Cornerstone, I find this builder very similar to that. But obviously I like this better than that because I have so much more experience working with Avada than the X theme. So I am a huge fan. And also this builder is pretty slick, and so far I haven't seen any bugs around it. So it's pretty smooth and works pretty nicely. So now page is open in the edit view. You can see that the edit section is there, and we will discuss about some of the icons at the top bar in the edit view. So to begin with, you can exit to the front end, back end, or to the dashboard by clicking on this drop down. You can also go to the library. You can this display window where it shows you all the element properties of the selected elements. You can hide or show with this icon. History, you can start with this clock icon. This is preferences, some settings about the builder, like if you'd like to change or use some keyboard shortcuts or like change some colors and things like that. I haven't changed anything, but you can disable showing tooltips or sticky header or transparent header and things like that. So those are like global settings. You can also add new page and post from here. So if you do this, you will basically get the same new menu from the WordPress. And you can also clear your layout. So clear your layout means it'll get rid of any containers and sections, and I will have a whole new separate video where I will show you how you can build these pages from scratch and not have to import a sample content. But that is outside of the scope of this video, because here we want to just show you how to import something and edit it to get quickly up and running. That is the support icon that will take you to the support forum if you want to create a support ticket or look at some discussions there. That is the responsive view. So once you click on that, you can preview your site in a tablet form, landscape and portrait. You can also do a mobile phone like the landscape portrait. You can do a tablet landscape portrait. You can do a desktop. So you can click on anything like that, and then it will show you how your site is gonna look on a tablet. And this all is controlled with the theme options with breakpoints, and we'll touch up on that as well. So that is the preview icon. All right, pretty cool. And in the responsive, I'll go back to the desktop because right now we have a wider screen that we are working with, and that is the save. So once you have updated anything on the page, you can click on the save to save your changes. So the top part where you see the logo and the menu cannot be visually edited. So if you want to make changes to this, then you have to go to the menu settings and change it. So I will just I will stop previewing and go to my toggle sidebar. Okay, so now I see these elements back, so which is great. So I'm in the inspect view. So what I was just saying was, if you have to edit your header, that'll take you to the theme options for header layout. So you cannot visually edit a header layout or what is being displayed in the menu. You will have to go to the menu options and edit that. So if I click on edit main menu, it'll take me to the menu options in a separate tab. So here is my menu. If I want to change, instead of solution, instead of experts, we want to say why us. So if we do that, save the menu, then here when this page refreshes, you will see that expert will change. Let's do that right now. I'll just refresh this. And instead of experts, now you see that this page has updated to why us. So basically what I meant was, any of these options are not, you cannot do them visually. So what can you do visually? The really fast updates that you can make visually are the text updates, and we'll discuss that, but we are going top down. So let's start with the logo. So to edit the logo, you don't have to click on the logo. Once you hover over the logo, this bar is gonna show up, and the second icon, which is the plus icon, is the edit logo. The tool tips are really helpful. So you can click on the edit logo there, and then you can remove this logo and upload a new one. So I will just upload something from my sample. So I will go to upload files and select file. And I had a directory. Okay, Woo sample have my company's logo, which is iDesign Smart. So okay, so we will use that. Okay, so the main logo is done, and we can do the same thing for the Retina default logo. We don't need that. And the sticky header logo, we'll just remove that. Remove that. I don't need a background color, so I will get rid of that. So I'll just make it transparent. Or if you like that feature, you can always see. Now my text is not readable because it is pretty much the same dark color. So I will go with a very light shade, something like that, just to show you like what can be done. So obviously this logo doesn't work well with the color scheme here, but you get the idea. So you have total control on how you want things to be. You can have a logo background color, you can select the logo, and I will also do that in my sticky header logo. So that one also needs to be that. And remove. And mobile logo, mobile logo is pretty much not always the same, so people modify it so it looks better on the cell phone. But for simplicity, I'm just gonna go with the flow and just use the existing one. So that is how pretty much you can see I made a change over here, and this page refreshed. So it's using JavaScript to do that, and there's a whole framework behind it. So some really good work by Theme Fusion, and I really enjoy working with this. This theme, this admin bar, we pretty much discussed, and we were editing this. So now we have made some changes. We made a menu change, we made the logo change, so we'll just go ahead and save it. And now we come to the fun part, that is text editing, which is visual. So visual inline editing. So if you are familiar with how these layouts work, the first thing to know is there are different sections on the page. So there is this header section with some elements on it, columns on it, text elements on it. Then there is another section like what is crypto. There is some columns on it, different color. Another section called benefits. Then there is another section called a smart way to secure whatever. Then there are like more content. Then there is another section. So everything is categorized into different sections, and each section you can think of a container. In Avada's terminology, it's a full width container. And containers can have properties, like they can have images, they can have color, they can have parallax effects, they can have animation. And the containers have columns in them, and the columns have elements in them. So the first thing to know is the container. So you can see when I hover my mouse over here, I will see this bar here. So this is the container options. And if I hover my bar here, then I can go to here. So this is the column options. You can see the tooltip. So it's a 1/2 column. So I can change the size if I want to expand this. So instead of 1/2, I can make it something else. And here I can also like, this is also a column. This is just empty for right now, but you get the idea of what I mean. So you can also drag this and it'll create margins and padding. So that is a visual way to adjust spacing in your elements. So margins and paddings. So let's move on to the text editing first, and then we will just change some color or something for the next container. So for the second, let's just forget about containers. Okay, so if you have to make a text edit, you can simply select something here. So the two ways to go about it is you can just select it, and once you select it, you see this edit toolbar comes up. So if you have to make some changes to the text of a column, that is really handy. You can just select the text, and then the edit or format toolbar comes up, and you can like, let's say I want to change this text to something else. So there are two ways. Of course, I can go here and edit this with the pencil icon. Once I do that, then you see that the column is opened in a new inspect window. So you can, I click on that, and that there is the title. So making the future of crypto beautiful. So if I have to change the whole thing, then it's better to click on the edit icon here and edit the text. If I just want to change something like that, which is right in the middle of this text, maybe change the color of that, then this toolbar is really helpful, and you can use it to your advantage. So let's say I want to change the crypto to iDesign Smart. So I will do iDesign Smart here, and I will get rid of beautiful. So now I have iDesign Smart, making the future of iDesign Smart, and iDesign Smart I want to format in a certain way. So I'll just select this, and then the edit toolbar comes up. I can make that italic. I can change the font color. I can make it like something like I need to put in a color code there. So so it's really visible to you on what I'm trying to do. So now I undo the select, and you can see that one thing out of the whole sentence is differently formatted than the whole sentence. And if you go to the text view, you can see that it put in a span. So this is the kind of stuff that we used to do manually, like if you look at my previous videos. Okay, so great. That's how you edit it. Like, you can click on this icon there and change the text in its entirety. So you can change all of that, or you can go in the visual text view and change all of that. So that is all handy dandy, but you can do it visually, which is a lot of people prefer that, and that was a big thing with Fusion Builder, that people want that functionality. Now these toolbars right here work the same as they did in the legacy Fusion Builder, like the one that was before the visual editing. So you can save your columns. Yes, you can save your elements in the library. You can delete your elements. You can move them. You can change the column size, and this is, you can add a new column. So if you add a new column, it'll add the new column in the container. You have to select the size and all that. And to edit the column, you will just do this. So whenever, the key thing to know is whenever you hover over the pencil icon, look at the toolbar to make sure you're editing the right thing. So if you want to edit the container, you hover over here. If you want to edit the column, hover over here. If you want to edit the element, you can hover over here. So going on, this was the title element. So you can see the title element going on. If we want to edit that, I will go and, so this is a nested column, and edit that. So once I am in the edit view, then once I'm in the edit view, then I can simply edit that. I'm wondering why is it is not showing me the edit like nested column options, and where is the text option inside it? Maybe nested columns work differently. Oh, there they are. So the text block is what I want to edit. So I can edit the text block, and that is the visual and the text editor that I can change. Again, the same thing. If I want to change the color between the text block, something like make it bold. Oh, everything was bold. So make it bold and italic and underline. So that, so just to show you that I can edit that. The next one here is, I believe, contact form 7, a short code. So maybe if I, so it's a code block element. And if I edit that code block, then you can see that there is a short code in contact form 7 that is displayed. So if I want to make changes, I need to go back to contact form 7 where this is and make the changes there. Okay, so if I want to edit that, that is also a text block. So you can see the text block and title elements are two things that are widely used and that will be very helpful for you to make changes and quickly edit text. So let's say we want to quickly change here. You can just select that, make your changes. You can change the heading element or title element. And once you do, like, you are not limited to like what is the text and I can only change the text, but you also have the design properties. So you can change the alignment and everything is live. So when I make changes here, they are reflected there. You can change the like different aspects of like format. So that is really very cool. So you can edit this text block, and the text block opens here, and you can see if you're interested to know like how it's done in the code, the text view will show you that, and the visual view will show you the visual of it. And if you want to go in other options, then you have the other options to go to. So that all is really cool. Element visibility, like if you want to make this visible on the mobile and tablet, then you can write custom CSS classes to go with that, and then you can also edit the container or column option. So let's say I need a different color, so I'll go to the container element, edit that, and now I have the 100% width container selected. So I can go to the background and I can select color, and instead of that color I will go with a very light gray color. I don't know if I selected anything, so okay, so that is I'm gonna go with. And once I'm done making the change, okay, and then similarly you can edit this text as well. I will just do it like here. So you can say, in the future I plan to create a lot more content about Fusion Builder Live. Okay, so that is how you will change. You can also look at other element. So that looks like a checklist. So checklist options. So if you click on that, you will have the checklist item here. And if you want to click on the checklist item, you can click on here, and there is the checklist text that is being displayed that you can edit. So benefits, we'll just get rid of some. So we will just go ahead and okay, so that is the container, and what's inside of it are a bunch of elements. So we will get rid of that. So we'll remove the columns. Okay, and we'll remove this column as well. So we will get rid of the last three. So we have 3 boxes to work with, and instead of benefits you can call it something else. And maybe if you like to change some other properties, you can do some other properties. Let's explore something with a background image on it. So this container, if I edit that, then go to the background, you will see that it has a background image. And once it has a background image, you can define a position, and you can also choose if you want to have some effect on it, like a parallax effect. So currently it's no parallax, so it's gonna scroll with the content. But if you want the content to scroll and not the picture, you can select parallax, and that looks really cool as well. So that is how you do the text edit with Fusion Builder Live. Really cool feature, and I love it. That is just to, like, you can do so much with it really quickly. So let's explore some more. You're all already familiar how to edit the container, the different element options in this view, and how you can change the design. So in the design, you have some margins, padding. So margin and padding control the spacing and how items appear in your container. So that is how it is done. And you can also, this is also a checklist. And what is that? So it looks like that there is a image element inside of a column. So it's a half column, and you can change this image. So once you do, so just to show you that images and other elements don't work visually, so what you do is just edit the option, and then it opens this inspect window where you can edit it or remove it and upload something new. So remove that, and I want a new image here, so I will just select that. Okay, so I will do that, and that is the half column. So obviously that doesn't look that nice because it's not the right photo to go with the content. But you will have to just make sure that your images and text and everything is sized right, and then everything should flow through pretty perfect. So what I can do is add some spacing in this column. So what I will do is go to my column options and go to design and just add some spacing there. So margin top, I will say 40 pixels, and that'll move my image down. So instead of 40 pixel, I'll say 100 pixel. Maybe it'll do further down, so that looks much better. Or maybe 120 pixels or 140 while we are at it. Okay, so this looks pretty nice and gives you a fair idea on how to change images as well. I already showed you you can change, you have total control on parallax and all that kind of stuff. So if I had to change this image out, I will just click on container options and go to background and upload something new. So let's say I'll just remove this, and you can see the visual preview here, which is pretty nice. So I'll upload something new and select files, and I had something over there, maybe that. Okay, no, not that. So I will delete that permanently. That looks like a logo that somebody else had. Okay, so minimize gradient background, maybe that. Okay, so we want to make, you can see this is a big photo. You don't want to upload those bigs, but I will just insert it anyway. So okay, so we just modified this image over here, and you can also select something like a fading animation, or you can say parallax. So fixed on desktop, will do parallax. Okay, so now it is parallax. You can control the parallax speed. You can see if the mobile will have parallax. A lot of people won't go with that. You can also do videos, so you can do OGV, web M or MP4. You can also use a YouTube video embeds in your background for columns. So a lot of options. And you can also, this is a button element from Fusion Builder, so if you want to change that, this is the URL where it goes to. And if you want to change the text of the element, so you can do that. So pretty slick. The Fusion Builder works pretty awesome. You can again click on that and edit that. You can go to different pages and pretty much do the same thing. If you want to get rid of a section, you can just click on that remove icon and delete the containers. If you would like to change stuff, you can change stuff around. And that is pretty much it. So one thing to note is these footer options are widgetized areas, so you have to go to footer options. Same with like header options. And there are a lot of other things that will be controlled from options. So what they have done here is they have given you theme options right over there, so you can access all the theme options from the page. And in my separate video, I will go over the theme options in detail. So once again, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that. And if you have any questions or anything I can help you with, feel free to leave a comment on this video and I will get back with you as soon as I can. So once again, I'm really happy and excited about the Fusion Builder, and I look forward to work with it in my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.